On the road with Heavy Metal's Kiss in Nashville, Tennessee when we return. One of the biggest radio stations in Nashville doesn't play country music. It cranks out rock and roll 24 hours a day, which makes Music City a perfect stop for a band like Kiss on its just-started concert tour. Elaine Gannick reports. Kiss, the mega decibel band who's credited with bringing outrageous glitter to rock and roll more than 10 years ago, just blasted off on a 5-month tour, using a string of southern cities as a launching pad.
People always confuse us with Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, so we thought we'd take advantage of that. These are usually the kind of clothes you see at country western shows anyway, so.
You guys have been together more than a decade now. You're currently celebrating the success of your 20th album. What keeps the band current?
Caring. I think if you care, you're current. If you're not, you're old before you begin. You do it because you care, because there are people out there that pay a lot of money and they want the best show in the world, and that's our job.
In Nashville, Elaine Gannick, Entertainment Tonight.
Next stop on the Kiss tour is San Antonio, Texas, tomorrow night. Until recently, that city had been like a rock and roll heaven for heavy metal fans, but no more.
All right, San Antonio, when I say long live rock and roll, I want you to scream back, yeah!
San Antonio is known as the capital of heavy metal among rockers. When other cities were into disco, San Antonio kids wanted to hear Judas Priest, AC/DC, and Quiet Riot. Citizens here came to the city council to complain about explicit lyrics and suggestive performances their children were being exposed to.
Innocent minds must be nurtured and not polluted. Children are easily swayed, and they can be very persuasive. Young minds should be educated and not pacified with the good beats of the music.
And the city council responded.
We will be the first city in America to have a rock concert ordinance limiting certain social behavior that goes on there.
We have to get the message to these groups themselves that we do not appreciate them and we do not appreciate them coming into our city.
Mayor Henry Cisneros supported the new ordinance, which states children under 14 must be accompanied by an adult at performances where references to obscene behavior are made.
A lot of it is just self-indulgent man-children performing acts which they wouldn't expose to their own families, but are all okay to bring into another city and destroy somebody else's children and somebody else's family.
It's an issue many are taking very seriously. One organization has conducted voter registration drives at concerts aimed at the rock constituency. Meantime, both promoters and performers alike are concerned.
We have at least 2 or 3 major mainstream acts that have decided not to play San Antonio, that were on tour, that were going to play San Antonio because of the threat of this legislation being enacted.
If they try and direct what you're trying to do, then, you know, where's rock and roll? Rock and roll's always been a rebellious thing. Give us something to fight for, we'll fight for it.
The Texas Civil Liberties Union may be in their corner as a court battle over the new ordinance seems imminent.
It's those kinds of small encroachments that may be well-intentioned and actually may provide some benefit that ultimately provide the inroads that are going to undermine the kind of freedom that we all cherish in this country and want to protect.
Leonard Maltin reviews Hollywood.